And we're back to learn Photoshop in a year, day 360. Let me show the basics of Camera Raw. It's an inbuilt filter, so we can find it under filter in Photoshop. I'm gonna stick to edit, at least here in this tutorial. And you can see we can, for example, adjust the exposure. So just like we did, for example, with adjustment layers. There are all kinds of adjustments that you can easily find via the adjustment layers. So exposure, contrast, color adjustments. There are even entire inbuilt effects, for example, vignettes, grain. And you may be asking yourself, why should I do that in Camera Raw and not use the adjustment layers or other inbuilt features in Photoshop directly? Well, the reason is Camera Raw is specifically built for photography first editing. It's kind of like the same engine that's used in Adobe Lightroom. Therefore, this is actually the filter that you should use for photo editing if you want your photos to be as close as working with a real camera. The main reason is that you get more control here, especially when it comes to the pixels. So in simple terms, the Camera Raw filter operates like the original sensor data, and the pixels is what you adjust when you use, for example, an adjustment layer. So I can use here an exposure adjustment layer, and optically this might be the same adjustment as we've tried first in the Camera Raw filter, but the Camera Raw filter applies these adjustments to the image before it is baked into pixels, you could say. Another advantage is that this is non-destructive. It lets you re-edit everything without any quality loss, and it stores every edit as metadata. Therefore, the image itself is not really altered. Some people say that you also get better global tonal control using Camera Raw. So exposure balancing, dynamic range recovery, natural looking contrast. This is all better done in Camera Raw. When it comes to speed and workflow efficiency, there is a reason why Lightroom is being excluded from Photoshop itself, or why there is something like Lightroom despite Photoshop already doing all of this stuff. And the same reasoning applies here for Camera Raw. It lets you edit dozens, if not hundreds of photos consistently. You can copy paste settings very easily, and the batch process is quickly done, especially compared to using adjustment layers. But that doesn't mean that you should completely neglect adjustment layers and that you should do everything in Camera Raw. Adjustment layers actually allow you better complex masking, compositing is better, and retouching. So skin retouching, for example, and object removal. This works actually better in Photoshop directly without using Camera Raw. And obviously, if you want to create creative effects and add text, that's certainly a Photoshop task and not a Camera Raw task. So in principle, if you want to edit your photos, try using Camera Raw first and then do maybe the fine-tuning using adjustment layers and other Photoshop features without using Camera Raw. And if you want to create more advanced like Photoshop manipulations, more graphic design effects, then you definitely have to use Photoshop because this can't be really done in Camera Raw. So far so good. We're going to explore the other functions of Camera Raw in the following tutorials. Kind of like the last topic that we're going to talk about in this Photoshop playlist until we've got the year done and we've got 365 tutorials. I hope this one was helpful. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.